As aldermen start to discuss a new budget, we're calling on them to include funding for the people of the city to actively and meaningfully participate in redrawing their ward boundaries.
The ward remapping process historically has been done in a way that puts the interests of incumbent aldermen first, rather than the people of Chicago. And wards have been drawn in a back room in a closed process controlled by people like Alderman Ed Burke, who continues to serve as alderman while under federal indictment on corruption charges.
Whether we're talking about the neighborhoods in the Argyle corridor, which has a long history of embracing and welcoming Southeast Asian refugee community members, or the Korean community, which I hail from, also on the north side, the well-known community for the South Asians around Devon Avenue in Westridge, and of course, Chinatown in the greater Bridgeport area, which is a community that has been around for over 100 years, believe it or not. We all have issues that we would like to see get addressed, whether it's affordable housing, better schools, public safety, language access issues, but none of that will happen if we don't continue to move towards greater accountability by our city council and our city government. And that will only happen by making steps to make a redistricting process that really embraces more public participation.
The majority of the ward, except for the 16th ward, resides outside the community. That means you have people from outside of the community making decisions of what happens inside of the community. So it's almost like a disenfranchisement by design.
All of us have much work to do in the year ahead, and we have to ensure that Chicago's wards are drawn to benefit our whole city, all Chicagoans who live, work, play, and pray in our city's neighborhoods.
So when city council members allow gerrymandering, they're going to continue to weaponize these methods at the expense of Black and brown folks. And I'm tired of it. So I'm asking folks that haven't woken up to listen carefully, because if our community input didn't matter, if our voices didn't matter, they wouldn't be trying so hard to keep us out of these conversations.